Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to talk about how good Cursed Blade is. This awful card coming out of League Explorers has seen some play, not in Constructed, because you really wouldn't want to actually deliberately put this card in your deck, but in Arena mode mostly, and through some instances with Blingtron, so it has seen some play, though mostly unwillingly, but I wanted to talk about the implications of the card, how you can use it when you have to use it, and what usually leads from having to play this card. So in terms of the constructive experience, we can kind of go over that very quickly. It is a card that's okay. It's like the best damage efficiency per card at 1 mana out of all the cards, because you play it and you attack 3 times, and you can attack your opponent's face 3 times, and that's 6 damage for 1 mana, which is pretty good. But yeah, the flip side is that you will get absolutely destroyed. Yes. There are instances where you have this card, you play it, and you're not really sure if you want to kill a minion with it, because you would take so much damage. So basically when you play this card, you have to attack every single turn. If you have no minion to attack with, or if you don't want to attack your minion, just attack your opponent's face. You have to attack with something. And what that means is it's hard countered by a taunt minion. If you play this, you have to attack. If your opponent plays a big taunt minion, well, you just lost. So that is a pretty big downside to the card, and probably why we won't see much constructed play or any constructed play with Cursed Blade. But in theory, it seems like because of its damage efficiency per mana, if you really wanted to make like a face warrior weapon deck, you could. And maybe you'd include this if you didn't have many other good cards. The idea is that a lot of Face Warrior decks run a lot of weapons because you attack your opponent in the face usually every single turn with a weapon. And if you have a lot of weapons, the main redeeming quality of Cursed Blade is you can use it to deal damage when your opponent hasn't really played anything in the early stages of the game. And if you have to, you can overwrite perhaps the last charge on your Cursed Blade with another weapon. And that kind of redeems it in some situations, but as long as people are playing aggressive decks or Zooey decks in Constructed, I don't expect Cursed Blade will actually make the cut. And I don't expect that will ever change in Hearthstone, so basically Cursed Blade sucks. But it does see some play in Constructed, mostly unwillingly, through Blingtron. Blingtron is a nice little card. I've used Blingtron a few times in my 30 Legendary Paladin deck, which actually has a pretty good win rate. And in a few of those times, one of the players who gets random weapon ends up getting a Cursed Blade, and this changes the game dramatically. It makes it so with Blingtron, your opponent can get a Cursed Blade unwillingly when it's your turn and you can attack into him. So basically what it means is you can play Blingtron, you can get a Gorehowl, which does 7 damage, multiplied by 2, 14 damage if they get a Cursed Blade. And that means that if you have 8 points of damage on the board, combined with whatever you have that you can play along with Blingtron, you can kill your opponent from 30 HP. While this highlight hasn't exactly happened yet, it largely has to do with the fact that people are not really playing Blingtron, but, maybe it's something you can reconsider. So when weapons come into the game, when they're added to the pool of cards in Hearthstone, even ones that aren't played have, side factors like Blingtron, and that's why it's so cool. Now, as far as actually playing Cursed Blade, it happens a bit in Arena. Cursed Blade is, yes, a really bad card as well, but we're talking about, a really bad card in a pool of, hundreds of cards where there's a considerable portion that are actually worse than it. So when you play Arena, when you can pick Warrior if you want, it's not really that bad anymore. You might get a Cursed Blade along with 2 horrifyingly bad options beside it. You might pick Cursed Blade. How do you use it? Well, again, you have to attack every single turn that you play it. It has a redeeming factor that if you have other weapons, you can maybe get away with it. But it was actually pretty decent in Arena because Arena is very tempo driven, and if a warrior can assess a positive board state, they can be winning on the board in the first 3 turns, a warrior will typically win the game. In Arena, what happens is, if you're winning at the start, it's kind of hard to lose in general, but Warriors even more so, because you can continue, pushing on the board, and you can use your hero power in the late game. So the way that warriors actually win arena in general is by using weapons and cards very aggressively, taking a ton of damage in the early game, because it doesn't actually matter that much, because in the late game, when you have to start using your hero power because you have excess mana anyway, your opponent can't chip you down. So that's kind of how that works, and Curseblade is somewhat in line with that. If you play Curseblade, and you kill like their 1-drop, and you kill like their 2-drop, and probably go face. You don't really want to take that hit into the 3-drop most of the time. That's pretty good value. And 1-drops are pretty rare in Arena, and good 1-drops are exceptionally rare and ridiculously powerful in Arena. So having a card that counters the majority of them and acts as one itself is actually pretty good in some situations. So I don't thoroughly discourage you guys to pick this card in Arena, because in some situations it is actually quite decent. In a lot of games it will be better than Fiery War Axe, for instance. In others it would be way worse. But it's important to have tools like these so you can spice it up a little bit and pick your situation and go for it when you think you need to. What I mean by that is Warrior has some really bad matchups, particularly Paladin. There are a ton of Paladins in Arena. Probably the majority of players, especially at mid to high wins, are playing Paladin. So keeping or aggressively mulliganing for a Cursed Blade might be like the only way you're actually going to win that type of matchup. So it's important to realize that. It's important to have cards that you can take risks for playing, basically. And in the end, I've realized that Cursed Blade is good enough that it can actually win you games for its early game prowess. So check out the cards sometimes. Check out the clips I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy them, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I didn't slam at 2 mana. It doesn't prove anything, but I think the chance that someone snipes me is about like 50% across the board anyway. If there's any indicators of it on top of that,
Well played.
I think it's pretty fucking clear. I would not have had board control if I kept my 7-3. What are you talking about?
It's getting hot in here.
He's in chat. Yeah, people troll that a lot though. I don't know if that has much weight. This is a bit of a risky play. Maybe I should have just weaponed. I'm just thinking he's gonna... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I think he'll just use anything he can there. Well, what is he doing? Nice. Oh my god. Well, we got the Cursed Blade. Another Warrior Arena run. I played Warrior quite a lot.
Finally, a second chance.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man, do I want to do it? Don't want to do it. It doesn't really help at all. The only way that's even close to Fiery War Axe is if I just coin and armor up. Don't want to coin and armor up. It's really bad.
I am undefeated.
Fuck. Okay, good. Oh wow. We got our taunt factory down. The Obsidian Doctor. You'd rather have 29 cards and take Cursed Blade. Well, this is an experiment just to see how well it can perform, you know? Maybe the answer is not so well, you know? Who knows?
Someday I'll be just like you.
Did we just win? 12... How much is this? I think it's lethal, Cursed Blade. That's 6 plus 9. Then we have 12. Alright. So, Cursed Blade basically did 1 damage. It's a Moonfire. It was a Moonfire that game. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, that's probably one of the best Cursed Blades we've ever seen. Well, I have very few 4-drops. It's just like, do I really want to risk not playing anything? Fine, let's try it. Because I have those are all my 4-drops. So, I mean, all I have to do is really draw 2. I don't really have good 1-drops. And I mean, maybe that's good enough, right? So, maybe this hand is saved. Okay, that's not good enough. That's pretty good, though. How good is Cursed Blade? Yeah, not so great so far, but...
No problem.
We are a little bit behind. He's had a pretty good 1 into a 2. Well, we've had a pretty rough 2 into not really a 3-drop. Yeah, I like this because even if he has an answer, I can just kill it with Arcanite Reaper. And if I can get a spare part off the Yeti, get that combo going, I'd be much happier than otherwise. Okay, and a huge toad. Sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's time.
Something needs tinkering?
Oh god. The mid-game Cursed Blade. This might hurt a lot. Maybe Force of Nature or something? Okay, no. That's good. That's good. We did not get Force of Nature. Okay, this may be fine.
Elune, guide my lance.
That kind of sucks. It does kind of suck, yeah. Do we want to draw cards? I don't think so. We kind of have to deal with the situation.
The gates are open. Unleash the beast.
Okay. It's not exactly a top kick, guys.
Locked and loaded.
We are still in pretty deep poo-poo right now. Because 8 life, thanks to Cursed Blade.
Happy feast of winter vale.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That could be a 5. I'll leave my weapon up. I only have lethal if he doesn't armor up, so perhaps my hesitation means he won't.
Elune, guide my lance.
Damn. Oh my god.
Wanna blow something up?
And the bomber didn't deliver there.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
Looks like we got him. Not bad, not bad. Man, I was sweating that cursed blade, dude. How much damage did we take? We took 4, then we took 6, 10 damage. Did we get any value? We killed a dog, so it was like a way, way, way worse claw. Probably not so good. I'll just keep the 4-drop again.
Happy Feast of Winter Vale.
I am ready.
It's like good enough.
It's time for a little blood.
Mind if I roll knee?
Okay. As long as he doesn't kill my guy. I'm surprised to see that.
Hey, give me that.
So we got like 1 for 1. We took tempo. He lost the coin. He didn't really do much damage. But I did forget to use the card back, so my bad on that. Do I want to do Kripparrian face? It's pretty bad. But yeah, I guess I do. What? I just don't know how much value Recombobulator versus Bomber. I think I'll just do Bomber.
Wanna blow something up?
Do I want to protect him? Protect the Bomber? Let's protect the Bomber. We have some value in the mech, so that kinda sucks. Let's take a risky play here. Can't target that shit with buffs. Like, is it that likely that he has a swipe?
Gates are open.
Oh no. Oh, it's just Battle Rage, I guess.
You might feel a little tingle.
Ow! 8 damage! Oh god.
Ah, the great outdoors.
I don't know if I'd go with amazing, but it was something, yeah. Something like that.
Speak to me. Ready, sir.
Did not miss lethal. I was pretty close to lethal. I needed 3 damage, so I tried to draw. And that was the best target to slam, because if I slam and fail on the draw, I have to play the best creature. And I can only play the best creature by killing off my 1/4 minion. And the only way to kill off my 1/4 minion is by inflicting damage to it myself. Cursed Blade hype.
The end is coming!
That's fine. I don't give a shit about that. That's it, right? I got it. Oh, can we BM him? BM? Okay, let's switch the weapon. Make him sweat. Oh, the BM! There we go. I have to save the coin for Confessor, probably. Alright. Well, I guess if we can play a Confessor like on turn 1, it's not that likely that he can kill it. It's fine. Oh, well, we can't do that. We got no discount on our legendaries. Pays 1 mana to get another mana. It's a pretty good deal. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is someone injured?
It's this shit again. He's on 4 mana, that's problematic. Yes.
Take this time to consider your past deeds.
Oh, fucking Ironbark. Unbelievably lucky. Who gets an Ironbark on turn 3? Shit. That kind of sucks. Oh, okay. I'm not really worried about losing my deck. There's like no way these games go longer than like 5 turns.
Embrace the light.
So it doesn't have naturalize or something. It's bad. That's bad. That's not so great. Unless it gets a heavy discount. Oh, alright. Damn, I wanted Kraken. Well, we have Master Spell here, so we should be fine. Even if we have to full cast it, which we don't. Alright. Oh. Okay.
Spirits be restless.
Let us see if this works.
Are you afraid?
Pretty sure that's the play. It's bad. It's fine. Fine. No! Fine. 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 How many cards left? 5 cards. Not bad. Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, let's play this, I guess. We have lethal.
Hit the light.
Well played.